Namaskaram. In Kerala, politics isn't just about elections. It's a 24/7 conversation. From buzzing college canteens to packed town centres, the debate is loud, live, and electrifying. Welcome to yet another power-packed episode of Election Pulse 2026, powered by Semiotica's AI-driven electoral intelligence. Today, we zoom straight into two key battlegrounds, Azhikode and Peravoor. This is not just analysis. This is the real pulse, the real mood of the people. Let's hit rewind to 2021. In Azhikode, it was a nail-biting showdown. The LDF held its ground, locking in around 45.6% of the vote share. But right on its heels, the UDF, a neck-and-neck battle with nearly 41.3%. And the NDA, at around 10.9%, left trailing behind, struggling to make a decisive impact. A tight contest, a fierce fight, and a result that kept everyone on edge. What's sentiment check? What are people of Azhikode really feeling? Let's cut through the noise and tap into the real mood on the ground. Here's what the sentiment data is telling us. LDS, strong positive sentiment, but criticism is also building up. UDS, riding high on a wave of strong positive sentiment. NDA, facing higher negative sentiment in the conversation. Now here's where it gets interesting. This is where the game begins to shift. Because in politics, perception isn't just important, it's pure power. And now we step into the real battleground. The factors that don't just influence, but actually decide the vote. Let's break it down, point by point. Regional development, the NDA takes the lead. Youth support, NDA dominates the next-gen vote. Credibility in the electorate, LDF stays ahead. Leadership skills, LDF on top once again. Political tolerance, LDF grabs the edge. So what are we seeing here? A split battlefield, a fierce contest of strengths. But make no mistake, every factor here is shaping the final verdict. After tracking every conversation, after decoding every signal, here it is, the moment of truth. Here's what Semiotica predicts. LDF holds the edge in Azhikode, but just by a whisker. Let's dive into the numbers, and they're incredibly tight. LDF, 43.52%. UDF, 42.66%. NDA, 13.80%. This is a cliffhanger, a razor-thin gap between LDF and UDF. This race could flip anytime. One swing, one shift, and the entire game changes. And now, shifting gears to the next big battleground. All eyes move to Peravoor constituency. Let's rewind to 2021. In Peravoor, it was the UDF in complete control. A dominant performance, locking in nearly 47.1% of the vote share. The LDF was right behind, pushing hard at around 44.8%, trying to stay in the fight. And the NDA, at 6.5%, trailing behind, unable to make a major impact. A clear victory, a powerful statement from the UDF in Peravoor. What's the current mood in Peravoor? Let's decode the emotional pulse behind the conversations. LDF, strong positive sentiment, but criticism is rising fast. UDF, positives are there, but negatives are closing in quickly. NDA, under heavy negative sentiment pressure. So what does this tell us? A tight competitive narrative is unfolding, but at this moment, the LDF holds the stability and the edge. Key voting factors, the real deciders. Let's break it down, one factor at a time. Regional development, LDF leads from the front. Youth support, surprise twist, LDF takes the lead. Credibility in the electorate, LDF dominates this space. Leadership skills, UDF stays ahead. Political tolerance, UDF grabs the edge here. So what's the big picture? A mixed battlefield, a split verdict across key factors, a contest that's anything but straightforward. But when you look at it overall, the LDF still holds the upper hand. Here comes the big projection, straight from Semiotica. Fire, UDF takes the early edge in Peravoor. Let's break down the numbers, and they tell a gripping story. UDF, 48.43%. LDS, 40.86%. NDA, 10.70%. This is a tight contest, a close fight. But for now, the UDF is in the lead. But don't blink, because in a race this close, one shift can change everything. So what does all this really tell us? Kerala's voters aren't just listening to promises. They're analyzing every move, performance, trust, and consistency. This isn't blind voting. This is sharp, informed decision-making. And that's exactly what makes Kerala a true political powerhouse. This was just a glimpse of Election Pulse 2026. But trust me, the real story is only just beginning. In the coming days, we'll uncover the real political undercurrents across Kerala, deeper insights, sharper trends, and the true pulse of the people. If you want to stay ahead in this election game, don't miss a single update. Subscribe now. Stay locked in for the next big election insight. Namaskaram, and we'll see you in the next episode of Election Pulse 2026.